Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of MYDEFIPET. Today we're talking about the very first event in MYDEFIPET. Not one that's like come as an extra, but as a, yeah. We're so sorry for this inconvenience of that all rollback accounts cannot be recovered. We're trying our best to fix it. Therefore, we will send adequate compensation for you to rebuild your farm. For those who encountered the rollback issue and haven't filled the form out, please fill in the form below. So you've got to fill that form in. I'll put a link to that in the video now in the description. So because if you don't fill that in, I don't think they'll be able to know that you're one of the people who've been rolled back. I imagine what they're doing is collating all the accounts that have had that problem and are going to send out further resources, further compensation on what we've already got. Now, I'm kind of glad I held out. So I took the slow route of leveling up my pet by only taking them to level 10, and the odd one I took to level 15, just some of my aura or outline pets. So I've just worked through my whole pet inventory and picked out all my winged puppers and put them in first because they have the best silver output, and worked on my elementals, so my aura and outline pets. And so the benefit of taking them into level 10 is you get better experience per food that you put into them. Past that, you start to see a reduction in the output that you get per the amount of food that you give them. So I recommend doing that to make the best use of this double XP. I know some people have already used up all their food, which is why this event is going to be really frustrating for some people, because in a panic to build your account back up, people will have used all that, and because it's so time consuming, people will probably have leveled past level 10 if their character is already evolved, and that's where you get the easy experience. So for example, let's take a pet that is level 1 versus, I'm not taking a Bugsy. I'm working through all my logo pets now, getting them. Here we go. So we've got a perfect example. Now, the reason why this is probably so much more time consuming is because there's no filter for the pets. So it takes you back to the first page straight away. Now, the only way you can get around that slightly is this tip came from Corey, who let me know that you can quickly select the pet on that page. So let's say if I go to page 3 and say I know that there's 2 pets on there that I want to get. I've already sent one to the I wasn't quick enough. If you're quick enough, basically, as it loads, so just kind of get ahead, you can click on it. Now mine doesn't load after it, so you have to remember the places, but that's on page 3 then. Annoyingly, you can't go forward or backwards, so it is limited to that, but it can be slightly quicker way of doing it if you're trying to speedily get through things. So we've got, so 5 feed will give me 10 experience, so I'm getting double the experience, but that's obviously with a double XP, so it would be 5 for 5. When you go to the higher levels, I'll probably get like I'll get 2,560 for that. I know it's only 80, so yeah, almost 1, 2, 3, a third of the price, and that's double XP, so a sixth. So the XP output is so much better for leveling up to level 10. I mean, even at level 9, 1,280, we get half the XP. So it goes half, and then it halves again. That's why I recommend, I know it'll be time consuming, but if you do have the pets, do like me, take them all to level 10. It'll get you more experience, and especially during this period of double XP, it's the best time to use it. So the only difficulty is that the hotel might become very full, but it does have, oh no, it doesn't. They've increased the slots. They always have 2,000. I thought I had 500. So we've actually got 2,000 slots, so I can put all my pets from my inventory into there. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be time consuming, but I'm going to work through every single pet that I have, take them to level 10. That way I'll get my highest level and that'll give me the best options in terms of progressing further later on, I think. Then I'd say save your food. Now, you'd be tempted to spend it. I suppose it's difficult because beyond level 10, you're obviously going to want to take your pets, some of your pets, to level 20. Maybe pick a couple that you favor mostly, that you think are definitely strong ones. So my elemental and aura ones, they're ones that you can probably take safely to level 10. So let's do this for example. The one pet I will no doubt take to level 20 is Tigra. But just so you guys have got a sense of how much it's going to cost you to take them there. If we take this level 10, so we've got 3,500, 350,000 there. To take to level 15 will cost about 300,000. Then when you start taking from level 15 to level 20, it will cost you a hell of a lot more. So we're starting going into the millions now. And there we go. You see, I've rinsed through so much experience, 10 million to take it to level 20. Hence why take advantage of, you know, slowly building them up, and because otherwise you're not going to get as good XP output. We've got enough for a farm slot. And of course, take advantage of the double XP on harvests as well. That's nice to see. Oh, got all that food and experience flooding in. So I've just been going. To be honest, the best to make the advantage, take best use of your silver is plant potatoes every 30 minutes. I mean, it's faster. It's even better if you do 5-minute crops, but you know, it's just so time consuming and attention grabbing that I opt not to do that. On the cardia change side, everything is fine, you know, all protected, but also I've got all this experience as well. So if I want, I can do exactly the same thing for here. I've got a fair amount of pets still left in my inventory. You know, probably about just less than 200. They're still in there that I think I'll do the same thing, take them all to level 10 and then just stick them in my hotel. That way, in good use of that experience. And then beyond that, yeah, it's difficult. The hard thing to kind of weigh up is I've always held back my food because we've had stat changes before, and therefore they've affected, you know, you may invest in certain pets and they're not that good anymore, not strong. So I've always held back. But then I suppose it's probably better to spend all your XP now whilst you are getting that 2 times experience for it. Past level 50, I don't think the level makes much of a difference really. The only things that you get is those extra cages, which is extra silver output. You don't get any more. You get max farm plots, so you can't actually purchase any more. So your food output's not improving, just your silver output to make things a little bit easier. Hence, yeah, why, you know, safely you can get to level 50, and it costs a lot of experience to level up, and then beyond that, I don't think it's worth holding your food necessarily. I'll probably, you got to take advantage of the double XP, don't you? Okay, so that's where it leaves us. I'm just going to be grinding all day, making those changes. I wish they would make it somewhat easier. I wish they had a filter system for your inventory as well. That would make things a hell of a lot easier. But at least they've given us this. They are obviously taking note that this has really impacted on players, and they're trying to do things to improve the speed at which we're able to recover our account back to where they were. Well, that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I will do my best to keep you updated with any other further changes that come in the game. But if you have enjoyed this, please leave a like on the video, hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That's all from me. See you guys soon.